party started. If everybody would stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so anybody wants to see first, I'm channeling my inner Yellowstone. All right, I got my jeans on, I got my cowboy boots on.
Where's your hat?
My hat is actually hanging in the truck. How do you not wear that after watching the show? And it's cold out, so it's like, this is perfect. Okay, so, first off, we are aware of the locks at the yacht club. We understand the big doors are not working. It is a lock problem. We have contacted the locksmith. They are way behind, and they're hoping to have somebody here today. For the time being, what we're doing is opening up the kitchen doors and making them so they can't be locked. So to use the main room right now until the locks are fixed on the double doors, you have to go through the kitchen and then into the main clubhouse, okay? But we are working on that. We've got questioned by a couple of people about the office hours. We have it posted on 63 that the office closes now on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 o'clock. That's only if we need to. What we're doing is work that we cannot get done with the doors open, with the phones constantly ringing, things like that. So that is only on a as-needed basis. And the question was, oh, they're going home early? Well, no, we're not going home early. And we've explained it 4 times that the office is closed so we can do quiet work without being interfered with. Okay, we're not going home early. We have gotten in the new parking permits. They're red. This is going to be for a second vehicle that must be parked at the yacht club, at the clubhouse, or yacht club if you live at 5051, and for renters, okay? Right now, what they use is a hanger that goes on your mirror, on your rearview mirror. Well, unless you get out and you walk around and you look to see if it's on the mirror, you don't know that there's one of these permits there. So we're going to go to these new permits, like I said, for second vehicles and renters. This won't start until January. We'll start putting it out there that please come get a new sticker. You know how many people walk down a road and say, oh, all these cars don't have parking permits. Did you go around and look on the windshield? Well, no. Well, try doing that. Oh, yeah, never mind. Got a couple of questions with the letter that was sent out with the approved budget letter. And the questions were about payments. We listed the 3 different ways that most people pay. ACH, if you have your bank do it, or if you get a coupon. A lot of people didn't understand, what do you mean by bank doing it? I thought you took it out. Okay, so if you're on ACH, which is, what did we just say that was? Automated Clearinghouse. Monterey, me, I take that money out of your account on a monthly basis. Okay, you guys all, whoever signed up for that, you have given me a blank check, voided, so we have your routing number, etc. We take that out. The part of paying by bank, a lot of people have their bank pay us. They contact their bank on a monthly basis and tell the bank to send us a check. That's where we meant where you have to tell your bank, don't forget, that the rates increased. So it's up to you guys to tell your bank that the rates increase. And of course, the third payment option is a coupon book, which we're hoping more and more people will go to the ACH. It saves not only you guys, you never get a late fee because we automatically take it out, but every single check that we deposit, Diane has to do that by hand. So she's got to take your check, she's got to put the date, she's got to put everything down and manually put it into your account. Every single check, the bank considers that a transaction. So think of it, if 200 of you guys pay by check, that's 200 separate transactions every month. We get billed for that. So if you're not on ACH, please consider doing it. That's That was it for that. Any questions on payments?
I have a comment.
Yes?
Wait a minute.
Hang on. Wait for the microphone because you are on TV and they can't hear you. Oh, they can't see you. They can only see me.
Oh,
That's done on purpose.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
If you go ACH, when there is a rate increase, you don't have to adjust any paperwork.
You don't do
It just
anything.
does
I do it all.
automatically.
Correct. Exactly.
Thank you
I
so
do it
much.
all. Yep.
Any other questions?
Any other questions on payments or anything like that? Okay. Anybody who plays golf, see that Pond 8 is just about complete. I think we've got 3 pallets maybe of St. Augustine left to go down. They did the 7 or 8 pallets of the Bermuda grass on Friday. Anyone who sees that, you see how well and landscaped that came out. I mean, that really looks sharp. We've got that. You saw me all out there on the crane, so thank you. The one thing is the fountain. We put the fountain back in. It worked for 2 days and then just kind of went down. We've already called the fountain company. They're coming out whenever. We've checked all the electric. We checked the impeller and things like that. But that fountain, I believe, is about 6 years old, and that's about the life expectancy of those fountains. So if they cannot fix it, we will be ordering a new one because that pond has got to have a fountain lit up. I mean, that's just too pretty now. Speaking on ponds, so the plan is we're going to try to do Pond 25, which is a small one at the end of the street, Pond 1 on hole 1, and the small pond of Pond 2, that's the one to the left-hand side, all at the same time. We've got some money left over from the special assessment that should be enough to start ordering material. And then, as it was explained with the approved budget, we are collecting the hot wire fees. Even though we don't have to pay hot wire this year, we're collecting the hot wire fees. All that money is going to be put into the reserves strictly for ponds. This is to lower or even maybe do away with a special assessment for those 3 ponds. Okay? But our plan is doing all 3 of them at the same time. Pond 1 is only getting the building side done. Pond 25 is getting the complete, and Pond 2 is getting the complete. Being that Pond 25 does not interfere with the golf course at all, they can work on that the majority of the days. On Mondays when the golf course is closed, they can jump over to the other 2 ponds, 2 and 1. This way we're not interfering with any golf. But we're trying to get those 3 done all at the same time. Questions?
Yes. When is it going to happen?
You're on the board. I don't know. Now, we're going to be discussing it. We're going to be discussing it at the very first workshop meeting in January, hopefully voting at the end of January to do them. I've already contacted the company, hopefully the same one. Like I said, we have money available right now to start at least getting the material ordered. And as the money comes in on a monthly basis from what we would have to pay Hotwire, we'll have money to pay them as we go. So I'm hopefully going to get these going March, April, something like that.
Does that just leave Pond 3 then to be done?
That's correct. That will only leave Pond 3.
And when would we move it?
That one, from what I understand, is going to be started before I leave. That's one of the caveats. I'm not allowed to leave unless Pond 3 has at least been started. April of 2020. April of 2029. No. If that was the case, I might as well stay till 2038 and make sure you guys buy this property. No, it's not happening. Stop clapping. No, we would like to start actually that one. Again, the majority of that work is going to be done on the building sides. The only part that's going to interfere with the golf course is the existing bulkhead near hole 2. And the bulkhead that runs down the tee boxes for hole 3, okay? That's the only part that's going to interfere with the golf course. So that we would like to get a start on maybe before season actually starts. The rest will all be done on the building side and shouldn't interfere with golf play. So it's not something that we have to wait till summertime or anything like that. Okay, so we've got a few holidays that are coming off. I just want to let everyone know all the employees, other than Sid, of course, will be gone Friday the 23rd, this Friday, Monday the 26th, and Monday, January 2nd. The course will be open on those 2 Mondays, okay? Because the employees are not going to be here, again, other than Sid, that never goes home. So the course will be open. So enjoy, play golf, whatever. I know all the overseed is really coming in nicely. We got some perfect weather. We started having rain and a little cold weather, which makes that overseed come in great. We will be doing the first notice of the annual meeting. Can you believe that's coming up already? The first notice of the annual meeting will be going out January 3rd and 4th, around that time. If you get email. If you signed up for email, you will receive your first notice of the annual meeting via email. Anyone who has not signed up for email, you will actually get a hard copy in the mail costing Monterey the cost of the paper, the cost of an envelope, and 57 cents. Please sign up for the email. It only saves you guys money. Doesn't come out of my pocket. Grace has a form in the office that you have to and unfortunately you can't sign up by email. You literally have to fill out a form and give it to us. So we'll mail you one more thing, the form. Fill that out. There are certain things you will always get by hard paper. If there's a vote, like a proxy or something like that, you have to get that by hard. The budget, we always send that out a hard copy. But everything else we try to do via email, okay? It's faster, it saves time, it saves money. We have some new owners that have stepped up to the plate, which means they will be doing it for the rest of the time living at Monterey. And that is, I believe, is Joe and Judy Roberts, 17G, will be taking over the shirt sales. Yeah. So they're going to work with Ed Schaefer, and we're going to try to keep that same company because everybody seems to like those shirts. However, we are considering changing shirt companies because numerous times we've been asked, why do we only sell shirts once a year? I missed the sale. I'm a new owner. I want to get a shirt. I want to wait till next year. We want to try to set it up that we can buy shirts a couple of times a year at least. So once Ed Schaefer gets back, and I guess Joe and Judy probably went home, crazy people that go back north in the winter, I just don't understand it. But once they get back, we will be getting with them, and we'll be figuring out how we're going to do the shirt sales. And lastly, for me, I guess congratulations go out to the same 3 buildings for the Christmas display. So Building 19, Building 9, and Building 50. Same order they were last year, first, second, and third. Go out and buy Christmas decoration. I don't know what to tell you. Me, personally, I'd go to Building 19 and cut all their wires. It's just not fair. So now we will open up to any question whatsoever. Doesn't matter. You know that's how we do things. It's whatever you want to talk about. Wait a minute. I just thought of something. Above and Beyond termites are coming tomorrow. Okay? They've got, I believe, 8 units that are on their list. Above and Beyond will be here tomorrow to do their spot treatment. Again, we are working with them about tenting approximately 6 or 8 buildings. I have no other information on that at this time. When I know it, you guys will know it.
Who pays for electricity for Christmas decorations?
The building does.
How?
They plug into the laundry room usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
A couple of buildings have had
information for next year.
A couple of buildings have had outlets added where we stopped doing that. Monterey does not pay for that. If a building wants to pay for it, Mike Vaspoli will install an outlet. It just makes it, I don't know how much easier. we've been running electric cords out of the laundry rooms for 51 years.
That's it.
Anyway,
And that's the only thing that we do is for the holiday decorations. Otherwise, you don't use.
otherwise you don't use it. That's correct. That's correct.
Can we find out what buildings are going to be tented?
As soon as I know, because we haven't decided which ones yet. They go by how many times they've had to be treated, what the treatment was, etc. I think right now we're up to 6 buildings, but again, it's still, I have to go through each one with above and beyond. How many times have they been out? We're going back to our Terminex records, etc. Once I know, you guys will know. But it will be happening during this season, okay? I've already had some people say, well, why can't you do it when we're not here? When your building is tented, you have a lot of work to do. Anything that you put in your mouth that you can digest must be removed from the unit, okay? We will be contacting local hotels, which I've done in the past, to let them know, listen, we have this big job coming up where we're going to, our residents are going to be displaced, any kind of break you can give them, etc. But that'll all be discussed. Above and beyond, we'll send in representatives and actually meet. We'll have meetings with anybody's building who is being tented. They will explain exactly what you need to do.
Chris, is it more cost-effective to just spot treat or tent?
Definitely tent.
Okay.
Okay? So tenting runs about $4,000 a building. Spot treatment runs about $200 each time. All right? So think of that. We're going to do eight individual units. It's going to cost me $1,600. The buildings that have been tented, I don't think we've done any spot treatments on them since they've been tented, and some of them were tented 10 years ago. So the tenting keeps them at bay for quite a long while. Yeah.
Do I have to get up?
Hang on.
Okay. You said that anything that's ingested has to be packed up, and you have no idea when this is going to be done.
No.
There is no way that these people could give us a list of stuff so we can get started packing?
No. We're not jumping the gun. You might get started, and what happens if we don't do it till April? What are you going to do with all your stuff till April? Now, when we know which buildings, everyone will be notified, like I said, and we're not going to give you just 3 days notice. Yeah. We'll have a meeting a month at least before any buildings are tented. You will have a month to be able to get all this stuff together. I really didn't even want to bring up the tenting because it is so in the first works that I knew I was going to get questions that I cannot answer yet, okay?
Yeah.
So until we know what buildings and what dates, let's just wait until that comes up. Hang on 1 second. You got Frank, then Dick, then Russ.
Yeah, Chris, when is Hotwire going to plan to start working?
Okay, so Hotwire has already come out, and we have gone and done our inspections of all the units, so they have one of each type. They are going to be going up the backs of the buildings where the fake brick is and be coming through each person's closet and then into your living room. Okay? They handle all that. It's all been worked out. They are getting all their blueprints and things like that going. We're probably not looking at that to begin until March. They feel that it's only going to take them about a month or 6 weeks to do their installation. Then they will have numerous crews here that will meet here in the clubhouse and will actually come to every single person's unit and show them how to work all of the equipment.
Another question. The money that you're taking out now is going to go for the ponds. How long will that be taking out? 6 months, 8 months?
So we're gonna take the money out on the yearly basis. We're not breaking it down by Comcast for the first 6 months and Hotwire for the second 6. It's going to all be incorporated, so your monthly payment towards cable is all the same every month. So for the first 6 months of Hotwire, July 1st till December 31st. There's no bill to Hotwire. We're keeping that money towards the ponds.
So-
Starting January 1st, all the money collected then will be paying for Hotwire.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, another question I just want to say, when you said about Sid, I agree with Chris. I see Sid across the pond on Fridays, running around crazy, even the day before the holiday, he's supposed to leave like the rest of the guys do. He's out there doing weekends. And the other thing I'm proud of, because I'm an old safety man for my job, he keeps that yard and that shop clean and safe.
Yep.
And I'm very impressed over that.
He's got no life. That's why he's here all the time. But yes, you can clap. Dick and then Russ. Only because so you didn't have to walk there and walk back. And
Back to the termite
Yes.
issue. When I bought a house in Palm Desert,
Yep.
I had the house tented, and they did it with heat instead of chemical.
So the chemical that they use, at least what Terminex used, is what it does is it takes all the oxygen somehow out. It's a chemical that does it, but it takes all the oxygen out of the tented area so that nothing can live, including plants, everything. I don't know if Above and Beyond does it the same way. Again, they're a newer company. It's new to me right now. That's why I didn't really want to jump the gun and start telling, hey, this is going on, this is, when I know it, you guys will know it. Above and Beyond will be here. We will have numerous meetings before that tent gets put on any of these buildings.
Well, the reason I brought it up was...
Go ahead.
The reason I brought it up was because I was told they could do it either chemically or through heat. And the heat cost a little bit more, not much.
Yep.
But it avoided having to take...
To get rid of anything out of the unit, correct. Yeah. So if it's available through them, that's one of the options that we're going to look at. I'm going on what happened with Terminex and what they wanted us to do. But even theirs had changed. They used to give these cellophane bags that you could wrap the stuff in, put it in your freezer. Now they say, no, you can't even do that. So again, once we actually get Above and Beyond and we see what options they have, then we'll bring it to you guys.
Are we still replacing screens?
Yes, we are still replacing screens. Do you still need screens?
Yes.
You will be on the list in 10 minutes when I go back in there. We're almost done. There's probably maybe 15 units left, and then we are finished with screens, finally. Hang on. Sir?
I was going to change the subject back to Hotwire.
Okay.
Bringing, and I already discussed this with you, but bringing the fiber into the lanai closets, the terminating device needs power just like a cell phone charger. And I doubt many people here have power in their closet. So I hope that the folks that are going to do the installations will be receptive to maybe putting exactly where Comcast stuff is now, or
So-
if we're here, I really hope we get the...
Okay, so what they're going to do is whatever closet, because some of them have two closets, whatever closet comes in your living room, most units, right, on the living room side has got an outlet there. They're actually going to go through that wall from your closet into your living room, where just about everyone has an outlet right there. Because remember, these are all wireless. You're not going to have cables going to your TVs. They're going to get one place where it's going to be plugged in. That's where your modem's going to be. And then you will have a box for each TV, and it's wireless. So you can put the TV anywhere you want. They just need one point where they have electric for the modem.
Yeah, that's not the issue. It's just running the fiber through the wall is not necessarily, at least not in my unit, where I would like it to come in. So I'm hoping that if we're here, when the crews come out, we can say, hey, wait a minute, just go right through where it's already coming in.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, because this is all drawn up. They could do an architectural drawing. This is part of their permitting process. I don't know if they could just come in and say, okay, you want yours over here, let me do that. But we still have plenty of time. It's plenty of time.
Okay.
And of course, the guy in charge, what's his name? Chris. Chris, another Chris. Yeah. Hang on. Please, Bergie, please.
Changing the subject, about the doors. Did y'all ever come up with a plan or an acceptable device that's going to take care of the doors when those holes get plugged in?
So what a board member has done is they went and got a little bit thicker doormat, okay? And the cane bolt actually gets stuck in it and it won't blow shut. So all you guys got to do is keep your existing cane bolts. We'll let you know this different mat. Go pick it. It's like $22, I think, at Home Depot. And it's just thick enough that the cane bolt actually kind of gets stuck in it and the door doesn't swing closed or open. The easiest, simple way, inexpensive, not screwing something different into the jamb of the door and adding an eye bolt, and it seems to be working. Because we've already done one building, and so that's what they did. That building's already been, all the holes have been filled in, and it works great. Well, she's over.
So how do you know, where are they going to mark it? Because that's the problem, at least on my floor.
It's, okay, so we are not filling in the holes because of the ingress and egress. We are filling in the holes because the engineer that did the report said it is damaging the cement. I'm not going to make you keep it, other than you, and one other building. We're not making you keep it at any distance until the fire department comes in here and says, which they have no intentions on doing, that you can't have them open. I'm not enforcing it. The board's not enforcing it. Nobody is. You got it.
Chris?
Yes.
Last weekend, the water warning that was on 63.
Yes.
Could that not have been put on Column so that a lot of people that don't watch 63 could have been warned?
Yes, and it can be, and the problem is we have to do it through this office. So I wasn't coming in at 7:30. However, I've already discussed it with a board member, and we are going to be training a couple of board members to be able to do it. Yes. Yes. Yep. So anybody who knows, we had a water problem last Saturday. It happened like at 7:30 at night, where we put it on 63 that you had to boil water. We have that call system where we're able to give you a reverse phone call. We are going to train some residents, board members, to be able to do it. You want to be a volunteer?
No. I wanted to know how big is the modem coming to the outlet in the living room?
Okay, so a normal modem.
Inches.
This big?
It's going to sit on the floor?
It's actually mounted to the wall. It's a wall-mounted thing, and it's got a decorative cover that goes on it. Very attractive.
Is Alexa going to like it because that's where she's plugged in?
Alexa will love it. They will be like a marriage made in heaven. Because I think the name of them are Stanley. So if Stanley and Alexa, sure, why not? Wait. Jim Mitchell. And then back to Butch. He's been patiently waiting with his hand up.
I just want to say, Russ, that there was a guy here yesterday walking around from the screen company setting up the units that he's going to work on today or then this week. So he was here yesterday and he's working. He's getting all his job.
They did 3 units yesterday, but you'll be done. No worries. Mr. Martin.
I don't know who that is.
It was your dad. That was your dad.
Back to the bugs.
Yes.
You're talking about 5 or 6 units that are going to be screened that you're working with. Is the goal to ultimately tint all of the units?
I think eventually all the buildings will be tinted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. That's all right. I can hear you.
No.
Anyone else? Anything? Remember. Oh, directories. Directories are ready. We're not making you sign for them. Just come and get them. They're going to be up there at Grace's desk. Try to frequent the people in them. if you can. Anything else from anyone for anything? Let her come to you because we can't. Peg, Russ.
I've never heard whether there'll be a separate DVR for the hot wire so we can record programs to watch at a later time.
I believe the DVRs are included?
Yes.
DVRs included?
Yes.
So you get two
club-based.
boxes. One of them will have a DVR, the other one doesn't. Just like, no? No?
It's cloud-based, all that means is you will have about 50 hours available to record things, but it's not on the hardware, it's in Hotwire's hardware somewhere out there in cyberspace.
Does that make sense? So the answer was, it is a cloud-based DVR. You don't actually record it onto the DVR. It's recorded in the cloud. And you'll have approximately 50 hours a month, I guess it is, of recording time. Yeah, so you can do every Yellowstone. You can do 1823. You can do,
Yeah. You just access it through
and
the menu.
they're gonna show you how to do it. I'm sure it's all on the remote.
menu,
They are gonna actually come to every single person's unit and show them. These guys, this is gonna be phenomenal. Every owner that doesn't live in here, that lives somewhere else and like rents, has come into the office and said, you guys are gonna absolutely love Hotwire. They are fantastic. So, and we're gonna have two guys that only take care of our place. So their contract is for 10 years. Within those 10 years, they're going to know you. They're going to be, hey, Mr. McIntyre, how are you? Yeah, it's Jim, remember? Yeah. So not like now with Comcast, you don't know who you're going to get.
Or for those of us that have 3 televisions, what's the cost of the additional box?
How much?
I think it was 6 something.
$6 something. $6.99, let's say.
That was for the phone. It's 12 something, $12.99 or 12.
For an extra box? No, that's too expensive. I don't think it's $12.99.
It's 6 something.
It's six something for an additional box. But here's the thing too. Don't forget, they are wireless. So let's say you have a TV on your patio. Literally. It's not like, oh crap,
I was
there's
going to say that you move it. I used to move the AT&T U-verse.
nobody asked you that. Did anyone ask you that?
Yes, but I wanted to tell them you don't have to worry about the extra box. It's wireless.
The new boxes are tiny. I mean, they're like a cell phone and a cell phone charger. So, I mean, moving your TV, the biggest problem is moving the TV. The box.
Well, you don't have to move the TV. If the TV is already someplace, all you got to do is move that little box.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get just to be clear, you get a modem, if you want to call it that. They call it something different,
Yeah.
or whatever. And 2 of these little boxes, anybody who has Amazon Prime Video, the advertisements, they're advertising the Eero, E-E-R-O. That's pretty much the box you'll get. It plugs into a little charger just like a cell phone. You plug an HDMI cable into it and into your TV. That's the only connection. So you can move them around
Easy
really
peasy,
easily.
lemon squeezy.
You don't need a third box.
Right there. Right. That don't go right behind you. Instead of walking somewhere else. Mrs. Martinson wants to say something.
No, she.
Oh, I throw your hand up. Too long. I've been here too long.
Think of a question. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, Diane.
I'm just curious,
Yes.
on the remotes or whatever, will they be for people who are, impaired, either hard of hearing?
I'm
Will they
sure that they have them
speak into
available, yes. And from what I also understand, you can talk into every one of them.
They are
Every,
voice
yes.
activated?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Behind you.
Chris, do we bring back all the equipment we have now?
Okay, so this is what we've already told Comcast. We've already sent them a letter saying we're canceling, we're not renewing, and that we expect them to come here to take their equipment back. That's how the majority of people got their equipment. They had to come here and pick it up. So we are stressing to them that that's how we expect them to pick up their equipment. Anyone who's heard me in the past say, if they don't do that, we are having a caravan. And I'm going to be the leader of that caravan because we've got a lot of boxes that we have to return. And we are going to inundate them one morning and just show up with 60 of us if they refuse to come here and get them. But yes, we have to return them. Did you understand that? We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
I don't have to break in. I have your key.
Chris, one question. We talked about the TV. What about the computer?
Okay, so the computer is the same way. It's a modem, so it's wireless. So you will have your own password, your own system. You can call it Frank and Alice, and your password is 1234.
So we're going to have two?
No, one modem is going to do it all.
Everything.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, because don't forget, you're getting internet now, too. Not just TV. Anything else on anything else. Awesome. Everybody, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, safe travels, any fool that's going back to the cold north. I'm sorry to say that, but really, grandkids should come to Florida in the winter. You should go to New York in the summer. All right, guys, we'll see you in January. Thank you.